out here that are known for specific characters. Notably, in our first pool, we got Rangchu that's been rocking the Julia, but in offline, he goes with the Bears. You got B-Kun, the Kunimitsu that he brought out in the previous TWT, and also Obake, the Ghost, and Pekos.
Obake, man. Yoshimitsu sneaking on in here, and Pekos too, bro. Pekos is disgusting. I mean, this guy, you know, he is a scary player to play against no matter who you are. So this should be a very, very interesting pool. Obviously, I think Rangchu right now is looking like the favorite to me. I don't know. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, he's got a target on his back for sure, right? But he was able to thrive in the top 16, and now he's here. I think he is definitely one of the players to look out for, but based on how the top 16 shaked out, Rip, I don't know. It might be the day of the dogs here. I'm looking at Obake. He's the biggest dog of them all here, the Yoshi main. That could.
Yeah, Obake, I mean, it's anyone's day, right? And that's really what it comes down to here. The good news for these players is that 2 people make it out, but one of them is going to come out on the loser side of that bracket. And once we get out there, you know, you're out of there if you just lose 1 set. So a little risky to come out on the loser side. We'll hopefully get to see who makes it on the winner side. To me, I think I'm leaning on Rangchu.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, the odds are definitely in his favor, but we're going to move on over to Pool B, ladies and gentlemen. Introduce the players here. We got Matsuba. He's been shifting around characters. He's been using the Julia, but he has a Fang. He's got a Steve. We got Piohiko, Ling, Marta, Katarina. You got Ao that's been shifting around, and he's one of those guys that actually, it kind of resonated with me, Rip, when you were saying, like, he kind of switched characters. He tried Fang, he tried Leroy, but the old reliable Kunimitsu gets the victory for him. And, of course, does he need an introduction? We got Nobi here.
Exactly, Nobi, the legend himself. But, you know, this has been kind of the year where I've seen Team Yamasa kind of fall off a little bit. You know, in the past, they were like the top dogs in Japan.
Yes.
But as Tekken 7's gone older and older, I just feel like there's been new names that have been kind of replacing them. So I personally would love to see Nobi, you know, qualify for the TWT finals. But I also feel like this is a hard path for him. And we'll, as always, we will see what happens. And of course, once they get out of this round robin format, they got the top 4 bracket, first to 3 the whole way through. 2 players qualify for Amsterdam, but the 3rd place spot, they get that last chance qualifier spot, right? So that's where it gets a little bit more interesting. But of course, you got to make it out of the round robin group stage to even get to that top 4 bracket.
So, I mean, like you said, Nobi being one of the old guards of this, I would say he was one of the more favored ones, but Ao has been tearing it up in Topanga League and also online tournaments. So I can see how, you know, the new up-and-comers have been shaking up Team Yamasa. I mean, he did say in the interview he was the one to, like, win this for his fellow teammate Take. So hopefully Nobi can bring back the old guard of Yamasa of old.
I mean, hopefully that's what happens, right? But, you know, speaking of Ao, obviously we've seen the Kunimitsu a bunch, but obviously still has that Miguel. But when I think of Ao, the character that is in my head is always going to be Elisa, right? Because that's the character that he had forever ago. That's the one he was using back in the early Evos of Tekken 7. All right, when he was like a top 2 finisher, 2 Nobi, I believe, even, right? So they're here in this group. That's like some cool throwback history for just Tekken 7 as well. You know, Nobi got the victory there at that Evo, and Ao was in 2nd place. You know, and like he was like totally heartbroken on the Evo stage. But now it could be totally flipped, right? So we will see how things play out here. They have to play each other in the round robin stage, so I'm excited to see what characters we get out of that. Of course, you know, Nobi been bouncing around characters, right? Dragunov, I feel like all the Dragunov mains have kind of abandoned the character, but they kind of come back to him a little bit like, oh, he's got the new tactic, right? The new wall crush. It's kind of good. Maybe we should use it. Yeah. And they're like, but there's still like all these other characters we could use instead, and everyone seems to have that problem. The issue now, though, is in this format specifically, the round robin, 4-player round robin, first to 2 games, you know, plus or minus 1 depending on whether you win or lose a game. Switching a character and being wrong about it and costing you 1 game could basically eliminate you from this format. So character choice is going to be very significant here. And, you know, in group, I forget which group, the group that had Nobi and Ao, though, you know, there are a lot of character choices for Nobi and Piohiko here. So if they make a wrong choice there, that could be disastrous. Ao, you know, we expect the Kunimitsu there, Rangchu, or Matsubo, we expect Julia. So those are kind of more... They have a more solid chance, I think, of just picking the right character from the get-go and having better chance of making it through with that character.
Yeah, I like that you brought that up because now I look at Group B, it seems like this is the most character variety. Because if you look at Group A, Pekos with the Geese, Obake obviously with the Yoshimitsu, B-Kun kind of can shift around, but he's been using the Kunimitsu. Rangchu probably has the deepest character pool, but Group B is where I'm really interested in because this is where, like you said, it could bite them back once they like pick the wrong character if they start out in the wrong frame of mind with that character. Because I think it was, yeah, if I recall back to the top 16. Obake had to beat Chikrin. I think it was like he got 2-1, but that one person was able to move on. So every win counts here in this format, Rip.
Right. Every single game counts, right? And we've seen it across literally every region. And I remember when this format started out, people were like, wait, Chikrin didn't make it? And then the very next week was like, wait, Shadow didn't make it? You know, there's always like that reaction, right? So, you know, this format continues here just to get into the top 4. And it's extremely dangerous. But yeah, in Group A, we do have the players that we expect to be using just their main character. Rangchu's an interesting one, though, right? Because obviously... we know he's got the Panda back there. We know he's got the Katarina. But primarily lately, it's been this Julia pick, right? Like, I feel like he's been kind of going back and forth with Julia and Panda again. So, you know, that probably a little scary when you think about this format. But at the same time, I feel like he has a really good handle of when he wants to use each character. I feel like when I've seen him decide on one, it's the right choice.
Yeah, definitely spices things up, especially with... he might have the easier time here because he knows the characters that, let's say, B-Kun, Obake, and Pekos are going to play, but how are you going to prepare for Rangchu? Because preparing for Julia and preparing for Panda is 2 different matchups that you have to prepare for. And speaking of, right, we did mention that Rangchu is the favored one. If I may ask you, Rip, who do you think is the most favored one in Group B? Because everything seems like a toss-up with these names.
Exactly. You know, the names are wild in Group B, right? I think for me right now, especially because the character, I think I got to go with Ao. Ao, I think, has been playing really well. If he plays to his full potential here, I think we're going to see Ao make it out of that group. Whether it's on winners or losers, though, I think that this format, you never really know what's going to happen, right? And I think the other wild card in this is just, you know, determining, you know, how Matsuba is going to do with that Julia. Because Matsuba, he's the kind of the wild card. Like, he's the wrench in here that you don't really know what's going to happen once he gets thrown into the mix. Piohiko, of course, is also crazy. You know, depending on the characters there, I think that's his biggest weakness, actually. Like, I think, obviously, all those characters can get it done. But if Piohiko picks the wrong one against the wrong player, and that player is prepared for that one character, and he loses the game, and that happens a couple times, then all of a sudden you're not looking good in that round robin.
Just to share something with Piohiko, he was actually he didn't qualify technically. He was able to get in because he was a late entrant, and he was able to lead his pool D. So that's crazy. Can you imagine the underdog story if he's able to get out of here in the winner's side of things? That's gonna be crazy and unheard of.
Exactly.
And,
No, I was gonna say the other thing that's wild is, you know, we were talking earlier about Rangchu becoming a 2-time champion, right? You've got this underdog story from Piohiko who's like, I wasn't even supposed to be there, and I won my group, and I'm here in the regional final. On the other side, you know, Rangchu, obviously from Korea, now in the Japan regional quad, because he lives in Japan now, you know, and now if he comes out on top, he has a chance to become a 2-time TWT champion, which has never been done, right? Kudans can't do it again; he's not in this running. Then you know that Chikrin is knocked out here from the same Japan qualifier. So the only person left here is actually Rangchu, who could be a TWT champion, a 2-time TWT champion, and it would be at the same place that he did it last time. It's just wild, the crazy combination of sequences of events that had to happen for that to even be a possibility right now.
Yeah, definitely very poetic. It can happen. I mean, just the way you built that up, right? Moving to Japan, swimming with the Sharks here, qualifying here alone. It is no easy feat to qualify, and for him to thrive this much with these players, it's incredible. So yeah, all eyes will be on Rangchu. And just to shine a little bit on that Julia, because Matsuba actually, he said in the interview, he actually asked for tips because he does have a Julia as well to Rangchu. So I think the reason he did say that he doesn't want Rangchu did moved him to Pool B because he does not want to face him because it could be a Julia mirror match. So that could be saying something. So I'm excited to see if Matsuba is able to get out of this group stage into the top 4. How is Matsuba and Rangchu going to clash?
That's a great question. You know, of course, with the group stage, we got to get past that part first, right? So we got to get on through that. And for those of you guys just tuning in, this is actually going to be an offline event. So right now, it's like we're almost like doing a restream of the Japan event. We don't see it, but when they start playing matches, it's going to come through over here, right? They're going to have their intros, their player cards, and all that stuff that we're used to seeing. So we're just kind of waiting on if you guys are wondering why we're podcasting here at the beginning of the show. But basically, that's what's going to happen. It is going to be offline. There's also going to be offline for Pakistan. And that's going to be like in 30 hours or so, right? So it's going to be, if you guys are on the West Coast, I believe that's like at 3 a.m. or 3:30 a.m. the next day. So yes, but look at this. We got B-Kun here, player card. Oh, he's walking on out.
Here we go, the intros. B-Kun, ladies and gentlemen, part of Group A. I'm excited to see that. Look at that pose.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
go.
B-Kun with that Kunimitsu character. Is that what the Kun is for in B-Kun?
I'd like to think so. The kunai throws, the kunai knives, probably B-Kun. Oh, this is our first match. B-Kun versus Rangchu. I want to see that pose. So let's see. Rangchu, not always familiar with the bright lights of a big stage here.
Yeah, I don't know if that'll be the first matchup, but it could also just be that they're introducing everyone for either the pool or for the entire day. I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah. Oh, Obake is next. And oh, it is the first match. Okay, thank you. Voice in our head. Obake and Pekos also will be gracing the stage soon. So that seems to be our first match, Rip. So Rangchu versus B-Kun. And we're going to throw it to Ken for the translation.
はい、めちゃめちゃ緊張しているんですけれども、こういった大舞台に立つのはすごく久しぶりなので、あの時を思い出して全力で頑張りたいと思います。
Yes, I'm very nervous. It's been a while since I've been on the stage, but I'm going to do my best today.
いや直近でやった大会が 2-0 で負けてて、であとトパンガでも当たったんですけれども、その時も確か 7-2 とかで 7-1 か 7-2 とかで 3? らしいんで、ちょっとあんまりいい印象はないです正直。はい。
For the recent tournament, I didn't really have good results, so there hasn't been really good.
おはようございます。そうですね、いやとにかくアムステルダムに
There hasn't been a really good reputation for me since I didn't do well previously.
はい。なんでいい記憶があるところなんで、再び行っていい結果を残したいなと思ってます。いやもう 50% ですね。
I definitely want to do my best to get out of this bracket.
Looks like they're going to set up now to play right now. So it will be B-Kun versus Rangchu to kick things off here. Probably Kunimitsu versus probably Julia. I think that's what we're likely to get, you know. And Kunimitsu versus Julia is an interesting matchup. Here's the player card for B-Kun from Tokyo, Japan. Kunimitsu 2 is his favorite character. Is that the new one or is that the old one?
I would like to think maybe the new one. I mean, that's the 2, Kunimitsu 2. She's the daughter, right? So it's Kunimitsu 2.
Yeah, I don't know enough of the lore of the original Kunimitsus.
Same. But then look at this. Tekken Tag 2 is his first Tekken. He's influenced most by Ao and Rip. Check this out. Wow. Murder mystery games are his hobby. So that's actually pretty interesting.
What's a murder mystery game? An example of one?
Telltale games? I don't know. Like, like who did what? Oh no.
Who done it?
Yeah, who done it? Who done it?
I guess so. But here you see, guys, Rangchu came in first for the region. Of course, originally from Seoul, South Korea. Favorite character currently is Julia. Started playing way back in 2015. I think that was actually also like the first years of Tekken 7, which is pretty wild. But you see his first Tekken he started on was actually Tekken 3. Which player influenced you the most?
None.
None of them. None of them. None of these people use bears. Come on, man. I influenced myself, and my hobby is traveling. See you guys at the TWT finals in Amsterdam. I'm traveling over there in a couple months.
I'm the influencer. My goodness, that's just the confidence. His confidence definitely speaks volumes. I think he's definitely a player of few words. He did say he just wants to get out of this pool, and I think, especially in his interview in the top 16, he treats every game with every player with utmost respect. And considering that I tried watching again, if he loses a game, the next game he plays, he gets 3 straight. So he's really a momentum-based player, and he's really good at downloading his opponents and getting the timing with that Julia.
Yeah, the thing I love about Rangchu as well is, he won the TWT finals with the Panda, and then immediately after that, he just kind of lost faith in it. He felt like everyone was targeting the pick, and he was like, oh, this is too hard. All these characters are better. Bears got nerfed after he won. And so he's like, I'm going to start using other characters, right? And he's like, he started playing Katarina, and everyone's like, what are you doing? Just bring back the Panda, dude. Like, you were winning with it. You're a Panda player. But then, over time, he's built up this Julia now, right? So here we are, 4 years later even, and he's got these extra characters that are so much stronger as characters than the Panda was, right? But he also still has the Panda there ready to go in his back pocket, which is so awesome.
Yeah, the crowd went wild in Rev Major when he brought it out, and he rocked it in the grand finals. But he did bring out that Pocket Julia, which I feel like is even a more efficient character if he needs to. But you know what? If backed against the wall, the beast will come out in the name of Panda. So I'm excited to see if he's going to bring out the Panda to start things off, especially up against like a Kunimitsu. That's a matchup you don't see that much. A Panda versus Kunimitsu. Actually, Pandas in general.
Yeah, and I've heard conflicting ideas about how to approach the Kunimitsu matchup, right? Some people say you want to rush her down so that she can't get started, basically, and other people say you want to play at a distance and just force her to do the set mix-up and look for the low, essentially, right? Obviously, you don't want to get countered by the set, too. Which strategy is the better strategy? I have yet to see it. That's the issue that I have, right? Like, lately, we've seen Arslan Ash start using the character as well, so, it's very curious to me about what we're going to see come Amsterdam, especially about what characters people use and how they approach it. But I am very curious to see how this goes down. Here we go. Game number 1, Mishima building. We got B-Kun going up against Rangchu. Kunimitsu going up against Julia.
Yep, it seems like the strategy here is use Julia, try to keep her out maybe, or try to rush her down with the full crouch mix-ups. We're going to find out here because B-Kun, he goes 0 to 100 real quick with this Kunimitsu. All gas, no brakes. So let's see if Rangchu can force that respect.
Man, that back to the low kick is so scary because you're always wondering if she's going to go into that full crouch mix.
That is true. So far, all pokes. B-Kun now trying to control the center of the stage. Nice lows so far.
Yeah, the pokes are adding up here for B-Kun. And both characters have a solid full crouch mix.
Feeling out process, but Rangchu now kind of has real estate advantage here. Wants to go for those party crashers. None have landed just yet. Nice escape on the grab, but that frost slide, gotta watch out for it.
Yeah, oh my goodness, beautiful. I was going to say the party crash is being really good at stopping Kunimitsu's full crouch mix-up game, but you saw right there, slightly out of range for the party crash, and B-Kun ready with the down forward 2 for the whiff punish.
Yeah, and that down forward 2 gets so much mileage, right? The range on that, and he's able to optimize it. Now bow and arrows are coming out by Rangchu, trying to push against the wall, still undeterred, Rip, with those party crashers.
Exactly, and Kunimitsu, of course, known for having that big backdash. However, when you have a big backdash, one of the best characters to chase it down is going to be Julia with that party crasher.
Yeah, Rangchu has not landed yet on that party crasher, but B-Kun now, slight life deficit.
Uh-oh. Here comes the mix. That was super far.
Both have rage. Oh, B-Kun spends it. Nice escape by Rangchu. He has the drive.
What? Wow. Did he try to side that? That was so odd.
But B-Kun clipping him. 2 rounds in the hole for B-Kun. Not looking too good for Rangchu. He's got to turn things up now.
Yeah, I mean, I came out here like, Rangchu's my favorite, blah, blah, blah. B-Kun's like, watch this.
The curse, Rip. It's the commentary curse.
I was trying to help the guy. I wanted him to be a 2-time champion.
He's still on the road, but B-Kun, standing in his way. Rangchu, oh my God. Just when we were talking. Yeah, it's over. Just when we were saying, praising Rangchu's accomplishments. B-Kun's like, watch this, guys. Watch this Kunimitsu real quick.
That was about the worst start you could have if you're Rangchu. He lost 3 rounds straight, right? So he's down a game, and we've talked about this format this entire time. The format is brutal, and instant rematch. They're going right back into it.
Wow. I actually thought he'd think about it for a while.
I thought there would be some consideration there as well.
Wow, this is actually kind of scary. So let's see what state of mind Rangchu's going to be in. Did he figure it out? He's still going to come in with those party crashers. He's the aggressor now.
And I hate that set stance, a set dash into nothing. Because then you're like, oh gosh, what is she going to do?
Dude.
Perfect space and pick it up.
Let's go.
Resplat. Hey.
B-Kun fighting back with some rage, but Rangchu pulls the trigger on the wardrobe. Okay, some new confidence here. Let's go.
That didn't even look like it was the right range to me. But okay, he gets it anyway.
Yeah, it was real close. And now B-Kun, slight life deficit. Nice block on the DF2, but B-Kun ready with a punish.
Man, Rangchu's attacking the ankle. Doesn't break the throw this time, though.
You can only take so much, right? The defense will wear off. B-Kun now gets caught coming in.
Yeah, and you know the wall carry's going to be easy here for Julia.
So far, so good on Rangchu's side. B-Kun does not want to be here. Ooh, gets the splat. There he is again. Wards him at the wall.
Uh-oh. Man, B-Kun's not done. Oh, my gosh. Man, B-Kun bet it all right there.
He did, but Rangchu patient on the approach. 2 rounds straight. B-Kun, it's his momentum. Oh, my God. Shredder kicks to open him up.
And he called out the set dash there, right? He's like, you can do 7-0, and I'm going to launch you for it.
Yeah, this is a scary Rangchu. He downloaded him. B-Kun
This is crazy.
Shy of rage.
Wow, risky. Throws out the high, but doesn't matter. B-Kun doesn't whiff punish that time. Rage mode opportunity for a comeback. Full crowd sweep incoming.
B-Kun now has rage. Rangchu has him against the wall here. The dive kick didn't work out. Rangchu 1 chip away from closing it out. Can he do it?
Nice.
Okay.
Duck the grab attempt from back turn there. Got a little punish on it, and Rangchu answers back 3 rounds straight. We're tied 1 apiece, and Rangchu needed that, right? I said it was the worst start he could have possibly had. But now, getting that 1 game, even if you lose the set here, you're like, all right, at least I got a game out of it.
Yeah, can I just say nerves of steel, right? Go and rematch right away. Some players would take time to figure out, all right, maybe let's change stage, consider character selection. Now we see stage selection. We're going to an infinite stage, but Rangchu still carrying that same momentum.
Yeah, an infinite stage here for Kunimitsu, usually a good choice. But I really feel like Julia's great at closing the gap. You know, that forward 1, party crasher, plus the forward 3 even if you want to get crazy. The lunge punch, too, gets her in there.
Yeah, she could close out distance real quick. And B-Kun now has to be careful. She wants to play at that range where Kunimitsu is so scared with the set dashes. But so far, Rangchu with the right reads and punishes.
Yeah, this is wild. What did he think about in that 1 second he took between game 1 and 2?
Yeah, I don't know what he's drinking. I don't know what he thought. But, man, Rangchu has the right plan here. But B-Kun running with some rage. He's just, 1 chip damage away.
Oh my
Goes
God.
for the lashing arrow.
The crazy thing is, it's like B-Kun is doing these set dashes, and Rangchu is calling about, like, you're not going to hit a button. There could always be a set 2 there, but Rangchu's like, no, there won't be. I'm going to party crasher it. I'm going to lunge punch it.
And that's so deterring, right? If you're playing up against Rangchu and he's calling you out on these reads. So far, so good on Rangchu's side. B-Kun has to adjust.
Yeah, the offense right now is ridiculous. Everything's the right decision for Rangchu.
Ooh, able to get a counter hit, and now Rangchu puts B-Kun in a tough spot.
What?
No punish?
He froze. Didn't even try to convert. Rage opportunity for B-Kun.
He never freezes. Uh-oh. Oh, the deceptive kick. Oh my God, Rangchu. Rip 5 rounds straight.
5 rounds straight. Set point for Rangchu to take this first set here. Got him! Setup City.
Holy smokes, Rangchu is on fire. He's in a flow state now. He's feeling the music, Rip.
I mean, whatever it is, he's got to keep that going. That's incredible. Get it out of here.
Enough of those Manji low kicks here. Rangchu, decides
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's like there's no way he can lose here. He's working on a perfect here. Tiniest pick for B-Kun. If B-Kun makes this comeback, that would be one of the most impressive things I've ever seen. Not gonna happen. Rangchu 2-1 after losing 3 rounds straight for the first game. Well done.
Yeah, we were talking up a storm on him at the start, and then he had the worst start ever, but able to come back from that. That just shows his mental fortitude. Nerves of steel, ladies and gentlemen. Rangchu building his case to be the 2-time champ in TWT.
Yeah, that was incredible, man. Incredible.
I was kind of shriveling in my seat here. I'm like, oh no, what did we do something to Rangchu? What's
I was
happening?
like, dude, I know. Look, it's never the commentators. Okay, it's always up to the players. So I knew I didn't do anything. All right, but I was worried. I was concerned because I wanted at least there to be the possibility of a two-time champion there. And you know, if that doesn't happen, then I hope that at LCQ we get Chikurin and Kudans, you know, to show up and be like, yo, we can make it happen. But Rangchu, you know, kicking things off. I thought he was gonna be the favorite in this group. And you see it there. He's got a point. He's one up. B-Kun with the -1. OBK Pekos yet to play. That was just the first set of the day.
And just to build on that trajectory that Rangchu had in the top 16 before the top 8, when he loses a match, like he comes back like hell on wheels. So how do you prepare for that? Because like, yes, you build up a plan, but you know what? He's seen the multiverses. He's seen everything. he's Doctor Strange right now, looking through all of the timelines. He knows the right plan. And my goodness, that was a dominant performance by Rangchu.
Yeah, I cannot believe how fast he turned things around there, right? Because clearly the first game just looked so one-sided. He's like, whoa, is this a bad day for Rangchu all of a sudden? And he didn't even think about it. He's like, run it back. But here we go. Obake incoming. Let's see the intro from the Yoshi player.
The Ghost. He's going to bring out the Ghost Blade. Obake, one of the biggest underdogs to make it here. One of the crowd favorites. And as Yoshimitsu would have to say, he can go party style, but he can also play very conservatively. So I wonder what kind of, what version of Obake we'll be seeing today.
Always interesting.
Pekos, ladies and gentlemen. One of the most feared Geese players out there. Again, he lives on the range of 2 bars to 3 bars. He just spends he builds it up and spends it very wisely. And look at the intense stare. He's looking. I want that TWT.
He's looking at my soul.
He is. Oh, he broke. You won the stare down, Rip.
I won. I got him.
I got him to blink.
Oh man, but that's gonna be our next matchup here. Obake versus Pekos. Obake, of course, Yoshimitsu. Pekos, we've seen a lot of Geese Howard out of him lately, but historically also a Bob player. And Bob, I feel like, you know, he's had a little bit of a resurgence lately. A lot of players who used to be Bob players went to another character and lately have been like, you know, this Bob guy, he's actually pretty good. Maybe I'll go back to him. But I feel like we haven't had a true Bob main stick it out, so I do expect to see the Geese Howard here.
Hopefully, right? You can only hope that the Bob can come out, but he's been running. His Geese had so much mileage already, and the way he's able to use Geese, he has his own play style with him. He's very conservative, but we're gonna head to the interview. Shoutouts to Ken for the translation.
は一度も海外に行ったことないんで、はい。
Never been to a tournament, to the Tekken World
まあ
Tournament.
あんまりこういう舞台でやるっていうのを慣れてないんで、かなり緊張してるんですけど、まあできる
I'm
限
not
り
used to
頑張り
fighting
たい
on a stage like this, so I'm quite nervous.
まあそうですね、戦績はそこまで悪くはないんですけど、まあこういう舞台はかなりペコスさんの方が経験値が上だと思うんで、頑張りたいと思います。
I think that the issue is here that Pekos is used to a stage like this.
意気込み、そうですね、まあ、結構今目の前の試合のことで頭がいっぱいいっぱいであんまり先のことを考えてない状態なんですけど、まあ、結構、個人的にはここ数年見てもかなり練習してきたかなっていう自信はあるので、まあ、そこを試合の中で見せれたら嬉しいですね。
He said quite a bit, but basically he's not thinking much before he's getting on the stage, but there's a lot that he's practiced, so there's a lot that he wants to show to us.
3-0 とかで多分ストレートで負けてるんだよね。そういうのもあるので、まあちょっと今日はどう出るかなっていうのは乞うご期待。
It's relating to what he said before. He's not really sure what's going to happen today on the stage, so he just wants us to enjoy.
Alrighty, so Obake sounds like he's a little bit nervous playing in this offline environment. Hasn't really been to events like this. Of course, Pekos has tons and tons of experience in events like this. We've seen him all over the place.
And Rip, you know, he was staring into the camera. He was sensing fear in Obake, the ghost. He's sensing fear in Obake's eyes. So hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully, he pulls off a miracle here. Because yeah, I could sense the jitters coming out of Obake. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen. Favorite character, obviously Yoshimitsu. Started playing 2019, so he started first on Tekken 6. Appo is his most influenced, the player that influenced him the most. His hobby, obviously, he's got to live and die by the blade. He's going with Tekken as his hobby.
Yeah, pretty wild. You know, you see the regional ranking here, 13th overall in the region, but still able to crack into this top 8 out here, and now has an opportunity to really put himself ahead and get into that top 4 even. He just has to do well in this round robin group stage, right? So even though, you know, you haven't been to many events like this in the past, all you have to do is play a first to 2 with someone. It doesn't really matter. You have to kind of block everything else out, right? You're still just playing the game like you normally would. And as far as we can see from the venue, it's not like it's a huge crowd or something, right? It's not like, you know, you have this extra added pressure of all these people watching you live in person. It's just that you still know the stakes that are, you know, at bay here, basically. So we'll see how he does here, but I feel like he's going to do very well.
Yeah, and note that he did beat Hakayo and Chikurin, so that's saying something for Obake. But we're going to move on to Pekos. And from Saitama, Japan. Favorite character, like you mentioned, Rip, with the Bob, playing since 2007, started on Tekken 2. Shochan is his most favorite and influenced player, and he loves gaming.
Bro, how... 2007 was 15 years ago. He doesn't look much older than 15, you know? Like, that's wild.
He's born with a fight stick, Rip. Like,
of course,
he's already in the arcade, man, dude.
That is awesome. But I do remember him back, you know, way back in the Tekken 6 days even. So he was definitely out there in Japan, already a top player. So he has been around for a minute. It's cool to see him doing well again, especially at this stage of Tekken 7. Still performing. You know, we talked about the Yamasa boys kind of slipping a little bit, but Pekos here, he's kind of rising, which is very cool to see.
Yeah, and speaking of the victories that Pekos had, he does have a victory over Take in the top 16. And yeah, he's just one of those guys that kind of evolved with the game, right? His favorite character is Bob, but, you know, he's not afraid to bring out the Geese, and he's kind of developed his own style with it. So it's, yeah, Yoshi versus Geese. That's an interesting matchup, especially with how, well, Obake is going to play around that flash and how he's going to try to negate him from Geese from getting that bar.
Exactly, and you know, Geese Howard, you know, he's been normalized just a little bit out here, but I don't know if it's enough. You know, I think,
yeah,
I feel like that's
putting it in a good way. Yeah, he's still pretty scary.
It's been the case with Geese Howard, right? Like, no matter what they've done to him, the character still like shrugs it off. It's like, I'm still Geese Howard, let's go. And this was the patch where it really looked like, oh man, he's finally gonna get hit. You know, like it finally looks like it's enough to be effective against him, right? And you know, here we are. Geese is still out here. So we'll see, you know, how Pekos is able to use the character, if he even decides to use the character, obviously, because it could be the Bob.
It could be. I mean, you know what? Offline is a different environment here. Even though, yes, there is no pressure of the crowd for now, since this is just in studio. I mean, just being in front of your opponent is something, right? And you saw when the interview was happening, he was looking into Obake's eyes. He was like, yo, you seem a little unfamiliar here. This is where I live. This is my home turf. This is my advantage here. So let's see if Pekos can take this one, or if Obake can, I would say, pull off an upset.
I mean, is it really an upset if it's the same guy who took out Chikurin? You know,
yeah. It's so hard. I can't tell. Yeah, that's a good case. I can't. I shall eat my words with that. It's just, I mean, it's tough, right?
You got to remember, Obake, he's a Yoshimitsu player, right? They're tricky, right? He comes out here talking about how, oh man, it's an offline environment. I've never been to an event like this. It's all mind games, bro. He's a Yoshi player.
Oh, yeah, dude. I fell for it hard.
Of course.
Oh, no.
Of course.
Can I forget?
I mean, does he look phased? Come on. He looks totally Look, he's laughing right there. He's like, oh, they're on to me.
God. He's, Rip, you've been around for way too long. I fell for it. I fell for the Yoshi trick book. Oh, no.
Yoshi players,
oldest trick in the book.
Yoshi players. Come on, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm very curious to see how this match goes, because obviously, whenever there's a Yoshimitsu player on screen, you never know what's going to happen. It's always unpredictable. The character, obviously, with so many stances, I feel like there are no two Yoshi players that play the same way. And I feel like, you know, out of Asia, everyone kind of looks towards iMusician as the Yoshimitsu player, right? So it's very, very, very interesting that we haven't really seen many other Yoshis step up and really make a name for themselves at like the highest level of the game, right? So this is an opportunity where we might get a new one, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it could be Obake, and I like that you mentioned that not all Yoshi players play the same. So everyone watching, you guys are in for a treat because Obake is like a Yoshi no other. I know iMusician likes to party a lot, but Obake very conservative, which is kind of crazy to see from a Yoshimitsu. So because that's when you don't know when the party is going to be turned on. Now Geese versus Yoshimitsu about to be underway.
Alrighty, game number 1 incoming. Of course, every game matters. We've talked about it. This format is brutal.
It is. Oh, he's spinning, Rip. Oh my goodness.
I mean, you said conservative. He's coming out going crazy.
I keep falling for it, Rip. Oh my goodness, he's mixing
These
me up.
Yoshi players, bro.
That is true. Obake with, just spinning, putting out all the stances, goes for just a safe launch here.
Sword sweep, yes sir. Oh my gosh, he missed the ender. Oh my gosh, he missed the ender. And there's rage mode on the side of Pekos with the Geese.
Ooh, this could bite him in the end. Pekos activating the rage.
I know this takes off a ton with the last hit, but is it enough here? No, Tiny Pixel.
Gonna try to chip him out with the Street Sharks. Nice movement.
No way,
One
no
hit
way.
would do it. It's a standstill, Rip here.
He's fine.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my God.
Just charges in like that. Gets
That new stuff.
Obake, ladies and gentlemen, must see Tekken.
Wrong punish there off the hop kick. Pekos, though, does get a meter to work with now.
About to be 15 seconds burnt already so far, keeping it conservative on both sides. Pekos gets swept.
Counter hit on that sweep. Wall should be here. Yoshi very strong with these walls here.
Going low that time. Nice defense on Obake. Pekos gets splatted.
Bro, everything going his way right now.
Man, I got played hard, dude. This guy's not feeling nervous. Pekos has to be shaking his boots now.
Beautiful punish. Beautiful. The down forward one for Yoshi. Pretty good range there.
Okay, double repus. Life lead on Pekos' side. Trying to build up another bar here, but Obake staying right in his face.
Dog. The launchers are on point here. Caught him sidestepping. Pekos gets
Kincho
him corrected to
stance.
minimize damage, but uh-oh.
Geese doing
With
Geese
meter.
things here. Wallace stage 2. Sizable lead by Pekos.
The dash up down to did enough damage. Pekos on the board.
This is big. Oh my god, goes for the mid to start things off. Big launcher for Pekos, and he's building another bar rip.
Wow, the blockable shoulder got through. No duck.
You got to give it up to Obake. He's marching him down. Pekos now can't afford to take too many pokes. Obake still in the deficit here.
Yeah, this is a problem for Obake though, right? Because right now Pekos has 2 meter and the life lead. So if he gets his round, he's in really good shape for the final round. Oh my gosh.
Rage. Uh-oh, watch out, Pekos.
Still spinning. Counter and sweep. With rage. What, the sword sweep setup? He was out of range off the tech roll. Are you kidding? Final round, game 1.
That could have been huge for Obake, but, you know, he's got to shake off the cobwebs here. Pekos, final round, 2 meters. Oh, this is going to hurt, Rip.
Big lead. And Pekos still has another bar here too, though.
Flee low. Obake, block the Kinsho low. Pekos, sizable lead. Now Obake gives himself rage and a launch.
Unbelievable drop. But next launch wins. Blue stuff denied. Back to 2, convert out of the air. It might be enough. It should be.
Uh-oh, chasing him down, spends the meter just. Yeah, he needs to spend money in the bank. That was close. And look at that sigh of relief by Pekos, I would have to say. You know what? There was a lot of tension in the air there. Man, Obake starting things hot 2 rounds straight.
Yeah, and I love the way he spent the meter there to do the down fours twice in a row, because that's a good chunk of damage, right? So he's like, this will be enough damage off the combo with the meter here. And that meter, you know, we saw it in the second to last round where he had 2 bars, and it's like, all right, if you go into the final round as Geese out with 2 bars, you have a much higher chance of winning if you land a combo. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, and interestingly enough, Obake takes it to Infinite Azure. I would say he was actually doing really well with the walls, but I guess he just wants to take that factor away. We're playing, you know what, fundamental Tekken, as people would say, like when it's an infinite stage. So let's see how Obake is going to try to turn things around here.
Man. And the pokes that were working out early for Obake have stopped. This is almost like what happened in the Rangchu matchup, except a little bit slower, you know?
Yeah, that's true. And, well, B-Kun was able to get a win here, but Obake trying to find a second win, but no, gets jabbed from behind. Pekos now building that meter for the next round.
Wow, great defense from Pekos there. Oh, the neutral jump.
Wow, we're playing KOF here. Geese Howard, ladies and gentlemen, has a meter. Obake still has not found a solution after those 2-round wins here. So it seems like Pekos understands this matchup now.
Yeah, and you know, he's actually like taking a step forward to bait out these attacks before getting the block. And man, he is finding every opening he needs right now.
Spending the meter early on is a sign of confidence for Pekos. And now Obake, oh wow, eats the elbow and eats the mid 2 for 2 rounds straight for Pekos.
Yeah, set point just like that. And Obake had that great start, but man, these down twos are crazy.
I think it's 3 for 3 so far. Obake now, yeah, needs to get the wheels going here. He needs to be able to let things loose and get into that flow state that Yoshi mains are so terrifying for.
Yeah, I feel like the main flow state we've seen out of him has been, other than these launchers, has been, you know, spinning himself into rage, which has not necessarily worked out for him.
You live and die by it, right? Sometimes it could be very big brain or it could bite them in the end. But
it's mainly been die by it, you know? Like, there hasn't been many live by putting myself in a rage out of him yet.
Yeah, that's true. We'll see. Obake gets this first round here in Infinite Azure. Let's see if he can take another one to take it to final round.
And I think he's recognized that he can find these down for 2s against them. But Pekos, you're still trying to close it out. Has the meter to do so now.
The thing is, Pekos can really slow it down. Obake is the one intimidated by coming in because Pekos been calling him out and punishing him accordingly. Obake now.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh my god, no. Like,
got the back
Pekos.
3. Spend the meter. You're done.
Deja vu. Deja vu, Rip. That was insane. He's able to spend the 2 meters in the final round. Pekos moving on in spectacular fashion here, exercising the ghost.
Yeah, that's fantastic meter management there. And when you're a Geese Howard player, you have to manage that meter perfectly. And, you know, even if you go back to that first game, he was behind on rounds, but he slowly built up the meter over time, and he cashed it in when he needed to. That's the way you got to do it, man. Well done to Pekos. 2-0, too.
Yeah,
that's great for the group.
Yeah, and shout out to Obake. He did try, right? He tried to pull off some Yoshi tricks. He tried giving himself rage. He tried putting himself in these stances. But as the rounds went on, you started to see that Pekos started to call him out on these things, and he started really controlling the pace, and he just drowned him in his own pace. So Pekos making a strong showing in this pool.
Man, here we go. Looking at the Pool B results, but here we go with the Pool A results. We've got the updated standings so far here. Pekos taking the lead so far with that 2-0, putting himself, of course, in first. Obake now -2. He's gonna be down at the bottom. Got some work to do, but of course we're just getting started. Those were just the first round matches here, so things will only get more interesting. But Pekos and Rangchu currently the 2 in the leaders' positions here to make it out of this group.
Yeah, strong statements from both Rangchu and Pekos. I would say that, yes, Pekos, in that lead because he was able to get 2-0, but Rangchu still very deadly. I can't wait for those two to clash. And also B-Kun and Obake, because they have really nothing to lose and everything to gain going up against each other, because they're sitting at the lower bracket here, the lower part of this pool, I mean.
Exactly, and of course we're still going to see the swap, right? B-Kun's going to have to play Pekos, Obake's going to have to play Rangchu, and obviously all of those matches, the way they play out, is going to be instrumental in deciding who makes it out of this group stage itself. So things will only get more and more interesting as we play on here in this group stage.
Yeah, and I'm excited. Guys, again, please keep sharing, follow on the socials. Again, we were going to be, playing till to get regional representatives here for the TWT Japan. And now Pekos is still on stage here. I cannot wait to see who his next opponent would be.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my God. The leaders.
Let's go.
To the table here. Let's go.
Business picking up real quick.
My goodness. Big deep breath from Rangchu's side. Again, the question is, what character will Rangchu pick? Because I feel like Pekos is kind of settled in with his Geese Howard already.
Oh, definitely. I think Pekos 100% will be using the Geese Howard here. Rangchu, I gotta imagine, started using Julia just for these sort of character matchups, characters that seem so unfair to play against. When you're a Panda player and you're going up against Geese, I'm like, dude, this guy's gonna counter one thing and do like 80% with a wall. I need something stronger. And I feel like this specifically is one of those matches he would have picked Julia for or picked up the character for. So I expect we see Julia again. But I'm still blown away by that crazy comeback we saw from Rangchu in the first set today. Right, he lost 3 rounds straight and then just instant rematch and just won. Was it 6 rounds straight? I know he won 5 rounds straight. It was 6
rounds
right?
straight. You are correct. And that's insane. Like, it was just 1 second instant rematch right away. Because usually when you do that, you're kind of tilted. You want to just run it back. But in that 1 second time span, he was able to change his whole mentality, change his game plan. Or maybe he just figured something out and he just knew that, all right, first game, I'm just going to figure out this Kunimitsu matchup. Pekos has to be thinking the same thing. He's gotta worry and not go for a sprint, but for a marathon and keep something left in the tank.
Yeah, and of course, when you look at the standings so far, right? Pekos has the 2-0, Rangchu, and 2-1, and that 2-1 actually hurts Rangchu, right? Because it's a -1 for his overall score, which is why Pekos is in the lead. However, this head-to-head, if they end up tying at the end, is going to be the deciding factor between them. So winning this matchup, regardless of the score, might still play a huge factor. So if you're Rangchu here, you have to beat Pekos, even if it's 2-1, right? You just got to get the victory here to put yourself ahead.
Yeah, he's got to be thinking the same thing. And Pekos wants to be able to hold on to that lead because he knows that the big dog here is Rangchu. He's the one with the biggest target on his back. And what a vote of confidence it would be if he's able to beat Rangchu in this stage. We're going to see that matchup we were talking about, Rip. Julia versus Geese Howard here in Duomo de Sirio. I'm excited.
Exactly. This is probably the biggest matchup in this group stage, most important, since they are the leaders currently after the first round as well. Here we go.
Jab heavy starts Pekos, and also a big low parry.
Yeah, and we saw Rangchu go with a lot of low pokes in that first set, right? That's how he kind of made his comeback. So Pekos maybe watching that, taking some notes.
True. And now high chunky lead on Pekos' side here. Dash up, chops the leg, and now early seconds, and Rangchu has to do some catching up.
Yeah, and I'm real curious here. We got this balcony break early here. This bottom stage area definitely larger than the top stage area, which probably has to play towards Julia's favor.
Yeah, she is the wall carry queen, and Rangchu now trying to run amok. Uh-oh, nice defense on the side.
Get it out of here.
No, what am I talking
Not
about?
enough damage.
Oh, just clips him with a low, and Pekos on the board for 1 round.
Yeah, down 3, closes it out for Pekos, and he's got a bar to work with.
So far, yeah, Pekos trying to space him out accordingly, clips him coming in, and we do see that, yeah, he can play conservatively and kind of sit on this life lead.
Yeah, Rangchu definitely looking a little hesitant, right? Obviously approaching with that party crasher.
Definitely playing a little gunshine now, because Pekos is standing there intimidatingly. Now he's controlling the center of that stage. We're going to see Rangchu try and open him up, but still no party crasher. But we've seen this before with the Kunimitsu matchup, so we can't count out Rangchu just yet.
Yo, the down 4-1s though. Uh-oh, and he got a little answer with it. Ran up there, and Pekos just had the back. He's like, I'm doing it. I'm going to get another bar anyway.
Finds the wall too, Rip. Oh my goodness, so much damage. Pekos gonna keep
it
him
doesn't
there.
wall splat.
Uh-oh.
Bow and arrow.
God, bow and arrow.
Double range. Got him. Oh my goodness. The 4-4-1-4. Nicely done, Rangchu. Whiff punishing to get the round.
That was a huge win and big pickup on the side of Rangchu here, introducing Pekos to this wall.
Man, that'll all happen because the down 4-2 did not wall splat there, right? Like older versions of the game, yeah, you're dead.
Yeah, when it comes to those moments, yeah, you got to be able to shake it off. And oh my God, just how Rangchu's able to
But he dropped it
on that low parry. Oh my gosh.
Wow, what a jab whip punish.
I think, yeah, nerves are kind of getting to both these players. Pekos, oh, with a low parry of his own, but the wall gonna scale down his damage, and yeah, just checks him with a down 4. Rangchu now, 1 round away.
Man, Rangchu is playing ridiculous. Pekos not out of it yet, has 2 bars.
Gotta spend
Good
it now.
duck.
Nice duck. Yeah.
Again.
Punish. Yeah, he's been ducking these highs so far.
And Pekos always looking to sidestep here. Rangchu threw out some home attacks earlier to try to catch him, but they were out of range.
And Pekos still trying to find his opening here. Again, 2 meters to spend. Rangchu just needs a 1 big launch. 1-1-2 lands flush for Pekos, but Rangchu still defending accordingly. Oh, Rip, they're
Yeah, this is
counting down the
tense.
time here. This is very tense. Oh my god, no rage yet for both players. Rangchu now really burning the seconds here. He's gonna give him rage.
No way!
my God.
It's a punish! Oh my gosh!
Wake up, Raging Storm! Oh,
Rangchu
wow.
mistimed the meaty timing though.
He did.
Oh my gosh!
Pekos with a checkmate situation there, but now he's got to build another meter here.
Hey!
There we go. Finds the wall. War drum. Oh, floats him, Rip.
Stand up.
Oh, the G-Clef. Not able to get the 3rd hit there. But Pekos. Oh my god, but the wall, Rip.
The wall hooks him up, but it's still anyone's game right here. Double. The block! Oh my gosh, the clutch block!
Uh-huh. Against the wall, blocking low. Rangchu with the right reads there. But I gotta say, Rip, that was a close one. Pekos really giving Rangchu a run for his money.
That was ridiculous. That was ridiculously close. And this is what we'd expect out of the leaders out of the group stage here. That was back and forth too, right? Pekos got that first round. Rangchu had to bring it back. Second round, Pekos, he could have had it, right? The down 4-2, he had it at the wall, but it does not wall split anymore. So Rangchu able to steal that round back, which is why it was like a round count even. If Pekos had gone up 2 rounds straight at the beginning there, that could have been a totally different game.
Yeah, and I would have to say, you know what, the tensions are high. There were a lot of scrambly situations, especially in that 2nd to 3rd round where that block low jab punish, and there were some low parries that weren't optimized. So I think it's these players like letting everyone know there's a lot at stake here, and we are seeing Pekos pick Infinite Azure too. He does not want to give the wall carry queen that wall.
Huh. Man, that's very interesting, right? Because a lot of people used to say, man, Geese Howard, take him to an infinite stage. And now you've got Geese Howard players saying, let me get to an infinite stage. Get me away from these damn walls.
When you go up against Rangchu's Julia, yeah, it feels very claustrophobic. And the way he's able to win those games against the wall, I can see why Pekos did pick the stage. A good bow and arrow to start things off for Rangchu.
Man, Rangchu, the low pokes out of him today have been fantastic, right? And we saw Pekos call him out on it early in the first game there, but not really calling him out ever since.
Rule of Axis there. And now Rangchu gets the launch. Could potentially get the round. Oh, wow. Yeah, just picks it up. It's fine. All part of the plan.
Yeah, I know. He's dropped quite a few combos here today.
Still, it's what do you do? It's the setups, right? It's not a drop. It's a setup. That's the things.
You got to convert it, yeah. There you go.
Here we go. Big low parry. This could be the sign of the tides to turn here, but still gonna have to work for another meter here if he wants to instill that fear of God in Rangchu.
Wow, what a block too. And you can see Pekos here. He's looking for the blocks now on all the lows, or even the low parries. The party crash, he's trying to stay out of range of it. He's doing a very good job of that as well. Of course, it's a very difficult move to get out of range of.
Yeah. I mean, it's just insane how the defense of both these guys. They're checking, but no, unable to block that launch. Rangchu able to reap the rewards here, but Pekos now has rage to work with. Oh, no.
Shotgun spin, and look at this. Rangchu on set point to take it 2-0.
Man. Okay, block the bow and arrow. Not the best way to start the third round for Rangchu, but like you said, Rip, 2 rounds in the hole. Pekos has got to do some catching up.
Yeah, that's the kind of risk you want to do when Geese doesn't have meter, right? So in that instance, you lose over half your life, and you build up the bar again.
Yeah, it's definitely a gamble that Rangchu did not win. Pekos like, oh, went for it again, but saving the meter though.
I mean, that might be the strategy, just to get him to burn off the meter, you know?
Could be. Yeah, that's true. So he starts out the final round really starving for that meter. Rangchu now has Rage to work with.
Rangchu can definitely make this happen.
Just one launch. Uh-oh, can he catch Pekos slipping? Another bow and arrow.
3 bow and arrows, no go. Pekos with the round and almost back to 2 meters.
But I think you might be onto something, Rip. Maybe he wants to, make him spend that meter, but no, gets the low parry.
Wow, he's dropping the combos. He's not getting the dashes.
Very uncharacteristic of Rangchu here. So now we see that Pekos has 2 meters to work with. Rangchu's still up by 2 rounds, so pressure is still on Pekos' side to close this one out.
Float conversion here, not a bunch of damage. Doesn't even get the full conversion, and he spent the bar on it.
That was an expensive spend there.
It was. Pekos still in it. Just has the pixel, though. Now it's a mix. Got him with the party crasher. Rangchu 2-0 over Pekos. And that's fantastic, dude. That's going to put him in the leadership position here in the group. Oh, man. And that makes things a lot more dicey for Pekos.
It does. It does. And I would have to say, yeah, he was able to get the lead position in that table, in that pool. And the way he was able to do it as well, like, it just seems like whenever you play Rangchu in, like, I wouldn't say race to 2 is a long set, but the longer you stay in there, he just figures you out. He gets more dominant.
Exactly. And man, the meter usage out of Pekos has been so good overall. But here's the updated pool stand. You see it here. Rangchu now taking the lead, 3 points overall. Everyone else is negative or 0, right? Pekos, he's back down to 0. Everyone else is below that. So Rangchu far and away, I don't even know if anyone can make the comeback. I think Rangchu would have to lose 0-2 to make things interesting here in his next set, which would be against Obake, right? That's the only person he has yet to play. So he's looking really good. But you never know. If he does lose 0-2, then I don't know what the hell happens. So we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, we cannot count Obake, like you said, going back to the top 16. He was able to get a win over Chikarin, so that can happen. So again, we're just living in the realm of possibilities here, because all these players that have made it to Pool A and B are just straight up killers when it comes to this game. So I can't wait for that match. It seems like Rangchu did leave that stage, so we might see another potential matchup. And speaking of which, yeah, B-Kun has been sitting on ice for a while, since he was the one to open up the broadcast for us. So I can't wait to see how he's going to try to adjust and try to gather up that points, because he's in that weird position where he can vie for Pekos' position.
No, definitely. And so the matchups we have coming up still, right? We got to have Pekos and B-Kun, and we're going to have Obake and Rangchu. And Pekos and B-Kun, I feel like that one is actually the wild card one, right? Like if B-Kun destroys Pekos, then the whole round robin table kind of flips, right? So we will see. This group looks like it's kind of done, but it's definitely far from it. And of course, you only got to get second place in the group to make it into that top 4 bracket, right? So it's basically up for grabs for anybody still in there.
Yeah, it's definitely very interesting. I think Rangchu's still going to watch, but yeah, he's going up against Obake, so he just needs to focus on the Yoshi matchup. So, okay, so yeah, it just seems like, yeah, the matchup, Rangchu seems to be in a pretty good spot. I don't want to curse him. I know there's no such thing as a commentator curse, so I feel like he's a little secure here. I don't know, Rip. I want to guard myself here.
I feel like you believe there is a commentator curse, but because I told you earlier that there wasn't one, now you're trying to believe that there isn't one. And I don't really know what the answer is. Trust me. You know, this guy Rick, he's the one who tried to convince me that it doesn't exist. I've begun to believe him, but at the same time, I really don't know, because too many things have happened. I have too much experience with this, right? So we'll see what happens, I guess. But Rangchu, obviously, far and away in the lead. But if he does lose 0-2 here in the next one, then he's only got 1 point in the group, right? And I feel like he could definitely be in tied for first place situation there. So I don't know if he loses potentially, but I think he might not make it out of winner's side still.
Yeah, he can make it to top 4, but not winner's side, because yeah, Obake is technically in the last place. So if he does lose to Obake, then you kind of tabulate the scores since he lose to Obake. Man, math. I'm terrible at math. But we'll just leave it up to the people tabulating in the back. But we could just say Rangchu still on. He's really building that case for him to be that 2-time champ, and I feel like that might be the narrative coming into TWT if he's able to get out of this pool and also to the top 4, win that top 4.
That's exactly what I feel like the narrative is going to be. I feel like, you know, he has been fantastic the whole way through, guys. But we do have to take a short break, guys. Don't go anywhere. TWT Japan Regional Finals will continue after this.
俺たちはこの世に存在するべきではない。
愚かだな、風間陣。ファイト。
俺は負けたのか。
おいでジン。
さあ全人類よ、世界を闘争で満たせ。頼むぞ風間陣。お前を殺し全てを終わらせる。俺の血を引いていながらこの程度か。
風間、俺はまた守れないのか。
もろもろの我がこと罪汚れ清めましょう。
Tekken World Tour Finals Champion!
Get ready for the next battle.
One Tekken, baby! It's Tekken!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Tekken World Tour 2022 Japan Regional Finals Top 8. Pot Spice and the one and only, the almighty Rip on the mic here. I'm so excited for how Pool A's been shaking out so far. Rangchu, the head of the table so far.
Exactly. You know, I kind of expected it out of him, right? He was the favorite heading in here. He looked very sharp in the top 16 when we were there originally in this qualifier. And obviously throughout the year, we've seen him like leveling up and doing very well in all these other tournaments as well. He was doing very well at Rev Major. He did very well at the ATL series of tournaments. So it's kind of obvious if you've been watching him play that like he's a very, very strong Rangchu right now. But let's go and look at the standings right now to see how this group has shaken down so far. We got Rangchu up here with 3 points in first place, and then we've got in second place with 0 points. 3-point differential there is going to be Pekos. Obake can be in the bottom, and B-Kun right above him, right? So we'll see what happens. You see, we still have a few matches to go here. Obake versus Rangchu, B-Kun versus Obake, and B-Kun versus Pekos. So 3 more to go, halfway done.
Yeah, still a long way to go. And like you said, Rangchu, I mean, looking on paper, right, this is his tournament, or this is his journey back into the TWT stage. And yeah, I would have to say this might be the height of his power. He's been tearing it up, and the results speak for itself. He is leading with 3 points. He's won 2 of his games so far. His last game is going to be up against Obake, and that's a match we have to look forward to seeing. Obake still, I know he mentioned he's still kind of shaking off the cobwebs, but I mean, he's going to have to shake it off real soon because that's the next match we're having, Rip.
Gotta shake it off real soon. Here we go. Man, oh man. Doesn't that camera look like Rangchu's playing? Oh, it is Rangchu. All right, cool. I thought we got swapped for a second. We got Rangchu versus Obake.
Yeah, and Obake could pull off an upset here. He can put Rangchu in a tough spot here if he's able to 2-0 him and kind of make Rangchu kind of mortal in the standings here. But so far, so good. Oh my
counter.
Big headbutt by Obake.
Yeah, that is the big change that came to Yoshimitsu in version 5.0, I believe it was.
Right.
Man, double avoid the puddle. And here we go, Obake, first round.
So again, we did see him get 2 rounds in the hole for up against against Pekos, but that doesn't say anything because Rangchu again, diesel start usually, and then he just runs through you like a freight train.
He's done well in this stage too, so it's kind of crazy that they got Mishima building again.
Oh yeah, you're right. This was the stage he kind of lost in, then rematched instantly, and Obake gets a launch.
Hey.
Much wall pressure there, kind of overextending Obake to a twisting arrow cannon.
Yeah, I mean, when you see a Julia player that's, oh my gosh, and the walker, you're dead. I was going to say, when you see a Julia player ready to whip punish with that twisting arrow cannon, you're like, oh man, all right, they're on point right now.
And the way it zooms in like that, like, wow, yeah, you got hit by that, sir. Rangchu able to snipe that out. So, Obake tied up now in the deficit when it comes to life.
Exactly. You can see generally you're playing this like up close poke game with Rangchu, right? But man, these down 4-2s from Obake have been on point throughout the day, right?
Yep. They've been money so far and able to splat him from the dragonfly stance. Oh,
got him!
Let's go.
Trying to duck out. Going all day. Oh, God! Okay, Obake. Okay.
I see you. He's
Yoshi players, man.
Man, that could make a case. That 5 seconds of him just ducking on that flea stance, that's Yoshi players, man. They get in your head. They live rent-free in your head.
God, I hate Yoshi players.
I'm sure the chat collectively agrees with that, with the way that was played. But Rangchu, oh my god, hits him out of the dragonfly stance, and now Obake has rage. This time the flash.
No, sir.
Ooh.
Yeah, huge bet right there. Hoping Rangchu would call out the high and duck for it. But Rangchu keeping it safe there. And hop kick start of the round. Let's go.
I love it when you said keeping it safe. Hop kick right away. Round start. He knows. He's got this. Obake now spins away.
Oh, twice in a row? I don't think so. Now you're in bad position against Yoshimitsu.
Ooh, tried to go low with the dragonfly there, but no, Rangchu catching him with a party crasher. Now Obake has rage to work with. Can he spend it? Oh, able to get blocked.
Wow. Misinput for sure, right?
Uh-huh.
Obake to steal the game, blocks the blue stuff.
They're back to neutral.
Duck!
Final seconds. Oh my god, he didn't duck there, Rip. Both of them don't have rage. This is really intense.
The pixel! Oh my gosh! Back two into back two. Obake gets the first game on Rangchu.
The ghost lives on. And he's even in shock, like, wow, I was able to get one. And that was
the same thing.
Set.
Instant run back though, right? Close set. Rangchu's like, whatever, watch this. 6 rounds straight incoming. If he actually does that, I'm kind of upset. Like, let's see though. Wow, to the back.
Oh my goodness. He's got levels to this. Uh-oh. Nice patience there by Rangchu. Now he wants to find that wall. Spins out of it. Big sweep by Obake.
Oh my gosh.
Crowd stunned silent. We're stunned silent here.
This is
Rangchu now.
wild.
Oh my god.
I mean, my brain just started doing the math here. Like, if Obake beats him 2-0, right? He lost 2-0 earlier to Pekos, but Pekos beat Rangchu. Oh, Rangchu beat Pekos, right? So now it's gonna be totally wild if Obake can 2-0 Rangchu.
Yeah, that's true. But can he do it though? Rangchu now, solid round 2 so far. Obake trying to make a comeback here. He's hit the sword by
Whoa,
the
he
way.
had
Flash
it.
is gonna come out faster.
Flash!
Oh!
You called it. The sword was gone.
goodness.
The flash was faster, and the oh boy, resplat with the drive. Now you gotta guess. He rolls out slowly. The full ground sweep off the forward roll. Set point for Obake to 2-0 Rangchu.
Holy smokes, it is falling out of
Trade.
place for Rangchu, but it's aligning perfectly for Obake. Dude, he is hell on wheels. Rangchu does not know what to do. He seems phased here. Obake, he cannot let go of the momentum.
Obake's got this in the bag right now. Rangchu fighting back out of the corner even. Bow and arrow's good.
Uh-oh. Able to even it out in terms of life. Obake now spins out of the way. Will he grant himself some rage? Just one
Nice
launch
duck
to do it
late
for
on the
either.
punish.
Oh my god, Dragonflies. Is it going to be enough? The wall
Not
is going
enough.
to hurt a ton. Uh-oh. Backs away. Lashing arrow. Oh!
What a block. What a block. Rangchu needed it.
it. Yeah, Obake was calling out the big low, so that just shows Obake still got the guts to go for it all.
Man, and if Obake had the punish quicker when he ducked the high latch on, that would have been it. Oh, he was ready. He was ready for the flash whip punish. That was so good.
Obake, though, not looking too
The
good.
block.
Nice block. There it is. Blocks the bow and arrow. Takes it to the center of the stage. Oh, kamikazes his way to the wall.
Yeah, he wanted closer there. Doesn't find it. He's got some stone feet, though.
Rangchu now trying to poke away. Oh, gets the bow and arrow. It lands and grants Obake rage. Can he land the drive?
Blue stuff's coming, right? Blue stuff's coming. There it is. Suicide Obake 2 over Rangchu. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow.
Rip. The curse is real. The curse
I
is
ain't
real.
cursed nothing. Who said what now? Damn.
We were like, dude,
Damn.
this was the. We were like, oh, kind of. Oh, that was me. That was me. I'll take that L. Oh my God, that was Obake, ladies and gentlemen. The way he ended that with the suicide, the harakiri. Goodness gracious. Oh, I want to see the standings because now we can get into that train of thought.
I don't even
computing,
want
right?
to see the standings because now it's so ugly because you don't know who's going to make it out. Like, I think points-wise, Rangchu's still going to be in the lead, but the rest of the match is still going to matter now. And then the head-to-heads are going to matter, so it's a complete mess. It's like, it's going to be so hard. Like, we're going to have to counter the admins to not make mistakes. Let's give them extra time to double-check everything,
should.
right?
We
Especially
really
when we
should.
get our final match done because right now I think that Rangchu's still in good position to make it out. Right, he's done with all of his matches, though, right? So you
There
see
it
here, he's in the lead with 1 point, but Obake with that now has 0 points, and he still has one more set against B-Kun. So if he can 2-0 B-Kun, he's got 2 points. He'll be higher than Rangchu.
Oh, you're right. Oh my goodness. So yeah, it's gonna be B-Kun versus Pekos to be our last. Oh wait, no, yeah, B-Kun versus Pekos. Then we also got Obake versus Pekos. Oh my God, versus B-Kun. This is insane.
Yeah, so B-Kun still has 2 sets to go as well, and he's -1. So if he can 2-0 both of those, he can get up higher too. Yeah. So it's crazy right here. The Obake B-Kun match, I feel like to make things most disgusting, we got to get a 2-1 there. But we'll see.
God. Then he ties with Rangchu.
That's what I'm saying. It gets incredibly wild because Obake, if he ties a Rangchu, overall by the end of it, he knocks out Rangchu from the head-to-head.
That's true. Wait, question though. We're going to count wins before points, right? Or is it points?
Points.
Because
I think it's points then head-to-head.
That's crazy. How did this get flipped on its head? You call on Obake, ladies and gentlemen. We're at the darkest timeline here. Oh my goodness, Obake.
And let's not forget, right? Wasn't Obake the one who took out Chikarin?
He was 2-0, by the way.
Right? And he took out Rangchu 2-0 here too, and then Chikarin didn't make it out of that group, and now Rangchu may be in the same position despite being up 3 points to 0 and negatives to everyone else. Can you imagine? Like, that's a possibility here.
Rip,
like,
I'm getting goosebumps here. We were talking a big game on Rangchu's like storyline here, and call in Obake to just rewrite the narrative here. We gotta talk about Obake now, ladies and gentlemen. Rangchu, he's benched now. Like, he's done his part. He can only hope for the best. But now, yeah, the rest of the matches, we still got to see B-Kun, Obake, and Pekos. But holy smokes, what a performance. Any highlights you want to talk about with that one? Because there was too many to call.
I mean, the punishes from Rangchu were looking clean too, right? Like the twisting arrow cannon punishes, the down 4-2-1s from him there. On the whiff punishes were so good. And I was like, dude, he's playing so fantastic here. But Obake was just there the whole time, right? His down 4-2s have been on point today, right? He gets even off of trades, he's finding them, right? His defense against the bow and arrows were there when he needed them. Just playing very well. He finds his counter hit. That forward roll he had into the low sweep counter hitting too. I was like, dude, forward roll, low counter hit? Crazy.
Yeah, and we're going to call back on Obake. He's going up against B-Kun here. Is this a lore match? It's Kunimitsu versus Yoshimitsu, so...
I don't know. Maybe they like each other.
Maybe? Yeah, maybe.
Hey, chat, does Yoshimitsu and Kunimitsu like each other? Let me know. Not this one, obviously. This is the new one, but the old one.
The new one, yeah. The old one, yeah. So we shall see. Obake, can he carry that same momentum? He's got to be playing with more confidence here, and more confidence on a Yoshimitsu player is something you don't want to see if you're facing him. Fubuki knee gets blocked. B-Kun now trying to get in on him. Hides the sword. Watch out.
Tasty even just like, hell no, they don't. I'm pretty sure they were fighting each other. Just wanted to ask you got to double check.
But thank you, chat, thank you, Steve, also for letting us know. Obake has rage.
Oh,
God. Here's the
Big
sword
flash.
in time for that.
Oh, he doesn't get the reset. Why would you even go for a reset?
Watch out.
Blue stuff back at you.
Oh! B-Kun gets the first round, but just barely there. So Obake maybe has a slow start here.
Hey. Oh, man. This format is brutal. I was just thinking about, Rangchu, he lost 2-0, and that's what makes it scary for him now. Obake lost 2-0 to Pekos, though. That's what's terrible for him here, right? Like, he would be in bench position if he hadn't lost that one 2-0. But right now, B-Kun, dominant start.
Yeah, dominant finish so far. He just needs one. Yeah, just baits them to come up. Hits the down 4. And yeah, Rip, I couldn't agree with you more. This format really takes no prisoners here. And there's no mercy on B-Kun's side with that down 4-2. Oof.
Yeah, Obake looking like he's having some trouble here, though, against Kunimitsu.
Oh, gets the...
Oh, that was brutal, but wait.
Could this be a setup all this time? Obake now finds the wall.
Oh, this is a great position.
Pressure.
You got to deal with it. Guess. He didn't go for anything. Oh, my gosh.
Drive spent to create distance. Oh, he spins away.
Perfect spin to get away and gets around because of the back two for the whiff punish.
Yoshi players, man. They get the job done by any means necessary. Obake now. Ooh, eats the Fukini, but no follow-up.
Yeah, he was airborne. Went for the flash when she was airborne. There was nothing there.
This is a big lead for B-Kun now. Grants Obake that rage. Oh, sweeps him up and gets the fourth round. So B-Kun now.
Oh man, look at the shake. Oh boy. That's what happened right there, man. B-Kun. I mean, pressure is on right now. The thing for B-Kun is, this is not his last opponent, right? This is Obake's last opponent. So he's trying to get a single game in at least, right? But B-Kun, he's got 2 people to go against still.
Yeah, this is a lot of pressure, and you saw it right there also that he knows the job is not done yet. He's gonna have to face Obake now, probably infinite stage. Oh no, Cave of Enlightenment. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Yoshi very good at the walls. We saw it there at the end. He had the crouch dash once, but he didn't opt to go for a mix-up after, right? Usually you'll see sword sweep as the mix-up there, but he went for the stone feed instead, right? If he went for the sword sweep, he might have won the round.
We'll see if he'll go to that sequence if he gets the wall, because Kunimitsu, she's deadly against that wall. Just hit that 2-2-2-2. Obake though.
Oh boy.
Yep, eats the dive kick and now wall combo. Ooh.
Looking rough for Obake here.
He's been calling out those lows from Felice stance, and now, he's just going to hit the 2s and hit the down 4. B-Kun gets the next round.
Yeah, and I like the duck on the 2-2 string there, but, didn't hit a down jab or anything, so you didn't really stop her from continuing with it. So he just let it deal with the mix after, and that's how he lost the round.
Yeah, you got to be able to command that respect. Kidney stab. And now B-Kun starts to push Obake to the limit here. Oh,
good block.
Low there.
And that's usually going to be the sweep from Yoshimitsu. Very rarely do you see the mid mix up out of it there. So that was good stuff, but nice confirm for the counter right there. Flash combo.
Trying to figure out the defense of B-Kun and try to penetrate it. We are going to see Obake hold on to this rage for a bit.
Double rage here. Again, the back two to close out.
Okay. Obake, I mean, not in spectacular fashion, but still, he's able to get these scrambly situations in his favor. B-Kun now trying to bait it all. Okay.
I hate that move. This comes out so fast. It always hits me. How do you stop it?
Man, only Yoshi players would know. Wow! Going to the well of the forward 4, and now we see, no one home for the Spirited Away.
And that was just a single backdash from Kun that got her out of there, but Obake, 2 rounds to 1, really has turned things around here. I like he's taking a little bit slower approach against the Kuni matchup, and so far has been working out for him.
So far, so good on Obake's side, but B-Kun wants to show him there's levels to this. Nice block on the low for the punish.
Oh, man. Yeah, B-Kun is stepping up the offense right now. He's stepping on the gas.
He is.
But bad positioning right now.
He gives himself rage. It hasn't worked out for him in the past, but now let's see if it can.
Counter hit sweep with rage. Obake. It's mix time. It's mix time. Sword sweep into rage art with the pixel. It might be enough.
It could be enough. Is this it?
We're tied up.
Obake, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, you got to agree.
Bro, that was fantastic.
Insane. Yeah, I was ready to kind of write him off. It seemed like, B-Kun had him figured out, but like you said, Rip, you see the pressure is really falling onto B-Kun now. My goodness. I like that you pointed out he started to slow things down, change up the pace, and now B-Kun has to adjust. Takes out the walls.
Exactly, and the wall is what's got him that entire game at the end there, right? That wall setup situation with the crouch dash 1 versus sword sweep mix-up, having to deal with that is what actually cost him everything. So eliminating the walls, you're probably a good strategy for Kunimitsu. Especially with what we've seen now so far out of both players. But let's see what happens. Final game here. Important game for both players.
So far, defense looking good on Obake's side, as well as B-Kun. Just all pokes so far. No big committal launches just yet.
Look at the range on Yoshi down forward 1, but nice sidestep there. Got the down forward 2 launch behind it.
See, that DF2 has been money so far for Obake.
So good at it.
Obake. What? The drive was canceled, and now B-Kun round.
It looked like they were both stunned for a second, like, what just happened? Everyone is processing.
There's like a blue spark. You're like, what happened there? Okay, got canceled, and now back to the match here. B-Kun able to get a big lead early seconds, but the DF2 finds its mark once again.
Sidestep left's working out right now for Obake.
Wow.
And the forward roll lows, dude.
That's mental damage, I would have to say. Now B-Kun says he can spin all as well. Oh, nice escape.
Double set dash.
Oh, that's so tilting. But now, nice block on the Fubuki.
Oh my gosh! Please!
Both have rage. This is
They're
huge.
both getting crazy. Blue stuff. Oh my gosh! You're crazy, Obake. You're crazy.
Can you imagine? He could have killed himself there. Oh, that was so close.
Bro. Okay, 1 round each. Final game.
Definitely must-see Tekken here. Obake adjusting his seats and also adjusting that low. Nice low parry on Obake's side in the early seconds.
This is wild, dude. Obake, the hero right now.
Yeah, he could be essentially that. Let's see. But B-Kun, though, he also wants to secure his spot out of the pool. See, Obake still sitting on that life lead.
Dude, these spins are so good.
He's not afraid. Oh, back turn. Gotta watch out.
Good jabs.
Dragonfly. That was good. Good check by B-Kun.
Oh my gosh, he countered the set sweep with his own sweep. Doesn't get the last hit, but the back two is good. Okay, set point, Obake.
That's the bravery. He counters the frost slide with his own sweep. Obake, man, you gotta keep playing like this, man. It's been money for you so far. B-Kun, though, poke the heck out of him. That's what he needs to do.
Or mix them. Let's go. It's one or the other.
Uh-oh. Crimson Rage. Oh, good check on the Dragonfly, and B-Kun takes it to a final round, Rip.
Final round. Obake and B-Kun.
Oh,
the spins.
Oh, God. It's the spins, man.
But it's still not enough damage.
Keep on spinning. Obake. Uh-oh. B-Kun trying to rally back here. But
not a counter?
But
counter this one, though. He's going to be left with rage. He's not going to kill with this combo. Especially not if you drop it.
He spun out.
He spun. Dude, the counter sweep low. It's not going to kill either, though.
It's not. Final sequence here for both these players. Who's going to start? You cannot do that, Obake.
Obake.
Deja vu. I almost fell off my seat. Wow.
Bro. Oh, heartbreak for B-Kun, but man, another one. Give me another one.
Give me another heart here. Give me another suicide. He's taking names, ladies and gentlemen. Obake gets a win over B-Kun, gets a win over Rangchu. I'm lost for words here, Rip. This is crazy. He's kind of tied up with Rangchu at this point.
I think
because he has the same record.
Oh, because they tied. But in the tie, the head-to-head goes to Obake because he beat him.
He did.
Yeah.
Does that mean Obake's leading?
I think so. I think so. That's what I'm saying. It's crazy out here, dude. This group is insane, man. I'm pretty sure he wins. And now the question becomes, can anyone else take out Rangchu? Right?
Oh, good God. Head-to-head, you're right.
Right, because now
does lose to Obake.
Yeah, now it's B-Kun versus Pekos here. B-Kun has -2, Pekos has 0. So if Pekos 2-0s here, he eliminates Rangchu.
He does.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I think that's what happens. So I think if Pekos gets the 2-0 here, then he has more points, so it does not go to the tiebreaker with Rangchu. So then he's through, I think.
True. Yeah, because head-to-head wise, Obake wins since he won against Rangchu. Pekos, no need because he's going to lead in points. And that would be, in Pekos' eyes, poetic justice because Rangchu is the one that 0-2'd him. So this is a lot of weight on Pekos' side because he wants to be able to not only win at get the top 4 on the winner's side, but also eliminate the person that 2-0'd him.
Yeah, like B-Kun here, even if he goes 2-0 here, only ends up with 0 points, right? So he's not going to be tied with the 1 point there, so he's already going to be eliminated there. So the only outcome that can change in terms of points and head-to-head would be if Pekos gets a 2-0 victory here.
I would say, even if it's like 2-1, Pekos would still... Wait, hang on. Ooh, then he needs to get 2-0 just to eliminate Rangchu, because in the head-to-head with Rangchu and Pekos, if they tie up, Rangchu still wins that. So he's still going to come to 2... Oh, wow, so Rangchu is hoping. Yeah,
Pekos has the 2-0 here, which means that Rangchu is not safe, which is this craziest thing here, right? Like, who would have thought that was going to happen from the start we just had? Rangchu won his first 2 matches, 2-1 and 2-0, right? And then he was like, oh, he's up 3, and the next closer person is 0. So surely he's in, but he's not. Right? He could still be eliminated.
This format, Rip, it's brutal. It takes no prisoners.
Oh, yeah, this is wild. But, of course, B-Kun has been playing well here. You can see every one of his sets, though, right? He's lost every one, but it's 2-1. So Rangchu's got to look at it and be like, all right, just get that one, bro. Just get that one. Just like the rest of them.
Give me that one.
And Pekos, he's got all of Pekos' matches are 0-2, though.
That's true. Oh, God, you're right.
Oh man. All right.
2-2.
We'll see what happens, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Man, this is so interesting. I would have to say, even though this is brutal, it gives it gives the fans what they want too, like this unpredictability, and also it's like you can't. The only way you'll be safe actually is for you to look at that. They know they have to take out each other.
Oh man.
The only time you can be safe is if you could perfect your pool, and that's when you're like, yeah, you could say you're pretty safe. But yeah, just when you were like kind of writing off Rangchu to make the top 4, Obake calling the ghost, ladies and gentlemen, to tie things up with Rangchu. So now comes down to this last match for Pool A, B-Kun versus Pekos.
I see Joey Fury in the chat saying that if there's a 2-1 by Pekos, then that'll force a 3-way tie because everyone will be tied at 1 point, right? And I don't know what happened in that situation, so I'm curious.
It's gonna
Shout
be a
out to
steel
Joey
cage
Fury.
match,
Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, triple threat. Shout out to Joey Fury, by the way, winning the NA spot, first place that tournament. That was amazing. I watched that from Bali, Indonesia. Congrats, Joey Fury. That was great. What a performance.
You stayed up for that. Let's go. Okay. Or you watched it really early when you were in Bali.
I don't remember.
Time does
That's
not
how my
exist.
sleep. Yeah, that's how my sleep goes.
Oh man, it's gonna be hard for you guys to sleep tonight after this match. We got Pekos in one corner, we got B-Kun in one corner. The final match of Pool A, ladies and gentlemen. So let's hear it in the chat. Who is gonna make it out of it?
Pekos and B-Kun, low parry started off immediately.
No, he's able to find that wall for sure and build a meter in the process. So not the best way for B-Kun to start out the early seconds of this. Bounce.
Oh boy. Yo, this is beat down right now.
Oh my god, relentless offense. Let me drown you in this pace. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna start this round off with a bar. Okay.
And indeed, Geese does have the bar. Nice block, though. Doesn't launch, so that's a huge error.
Yep. Pekos. Yeah, that was a pretty good... I would say he got off unscathed there and now spends the meter. We're seeing a more violent, more offensive and aggressive Pekos because he knows what's at stake here. Usually he saves that meter.
Yeah, Pekos there was intercepting the set dash, right? So it's interesting because he's definitely rushing down Kunimitsu, but he's also, when he's playing away, he's looking to intercept the set dash. So he's doing a little bit of both of what we were talking about earlier.
True. Now Pekos finds himself in a wall. Oh, wow. Now the drive just to splat him, but no, checks him with a mid. B-Kun not looking too good so far, but let's see if he can bounce back.
And if B-Kun's not looking good, then Rangchu's not looking good.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Rangchu right now is biting his nails. B-Kun, just get the one, right? But
Get it
Pekos
out
just
of
throws
here.
that away.
Oh boy. Man, look at B-Kun in his chair too. He's not happy. He's rolling his head around. It's not a good look.
Yeah.
Focus,
so far,
B-Kun.
Pekos. Yeah, Pekos smells blood in the water. Don't show fear. 30 seconds left on the clock here. He's got to scramble for this.
Punish that.
Ooh, no set two there. B-Kun now almost at rage. Oh, Pekos just grants him rage, and he also has a meter to spend.
Back 3-2. Oh, I mean, why not? You got meter to try it in 3 rounds straight. Pekos 1 game away from eliminating Rangchu out of the TWT finals.
Dude, I can't believe you said that. Like, just putting it into words and putting it out there for everyone to listen to. That's crazy. And you saw that he was shaking. He knows that there's a lot at stake in this match. He wants to get that 2-0. He wants to secure his spot because if Pekos gets this, yeah, he definitely will be the leader coming into the top 4. So we're going to take out the walls here. B-Kun now, hopefully he can, just come back into form, come into that flow, and just get back in this match here. Because coming out from 3-0, yeah, your will and your fortitude will be tested.
All right, B-Kun. Let's get a game. The interesting thing here, right? If B-Kun does get this game in here and Pekos does win the set, we get 3-way tie, and then because the head-to-heads are tied, I think it has to go to playoffs. So we will see if we get to see that. I want to see that because we haven't seen it yet, right? So I'm rooting for B-Kun here for this game.
Let's go, B-Kun. And I'm pretty sure Rangchu would agree with you on that sentiment. Pekos, though, has other plans.
Wow, the down forward one, stuffed the hop kick attempt.
Okay,
not over yet, though. Not over. Oh, the mix! Don't duck in the high. He went for the hop kick. He was hoping for a call. It's like, it's a hard read. He's going to do a down two or something to get the hop kick. Doesn't work out. Pekos 4 rounds straight.
Yeah, B-Kun trying to gamble it all there, but he's still got 2 rounds to work with.
Oh, no.
God. Side turn. Okay, good.
This combo continues.
Ugh. He's doing Geese things. Uh-oh. Pekos now charging forward here. Okay, good escape by B-Kun.
Man, and the patience from Pekos there. Oh, and B-Kun's in big trouble. Got a rage up, but there's the down forward two.
Down forward two with a hope and a prayer here. B-Kun trying to make this comeback happen. He can do it. Kunimitsu.
Counter
Evasiveness.
Oh my gosh, please don't drop this. Okay, okay.
We're still in business, ladies and gentlemen. B-Kun, let's go. Conservative start from both players so far. Good sweep on B-Kun's side. Pekos now trying to find his rhythm in this match, because so far it's been all him.
Baited! Okay, I like it. The wild standing 3 call out there. B-Kun looking a lot sharper here in game 2. Pekos with a jump in. Wow, he threw the power crush, but still able to get the break.
Pekos now seething red. Also has a meter to work with. B-Kun with so much life, but that can melt in an
B-Kun,
instant.
you gotta be cool.
Uh-huh.
Oh my, this is terrifying. I'm
Terrifying
feeling it.
is an understatement here.
I felt it! Damn it!
Oh my God,
Rangchu
Pekos
one
now.
round away from being eliminated.
It all hangs in the balance here for Pekos. Can he move on and deny Rangchu entrance to the playoffs here? So let's see. 3-way tie, man. B-Kun, you gotta believe.
Man, he's fishing so hard for these long-range down forward twos. Had the jab that time. Here's the low parry.
Could be the start of something here. Still a lot of time to work with. Follows it up.
Counter hit sweep.
Continues the combo. Pekos still unfazed here.
Kunai is grounded.
Hit
That could have been the back 3-2 there. Pekos gonna have a lot of meter if we go to a final round situation too. Oh boy, he could end it.
God.
He could end it with rage here.
He could.
I think it's over. I think it's done.
God, Rip, I think it's over. Pekos, ladies and gentlemen. Is he gonna send B-Kun out? Oh.
Rangchu is out of here. B-Kun is out of here. Oh my goodness.
Pekos, ladies and gentlemen, is the new head of the table along with Obake. They are moving on. Rip, this is... Wow, I mean, I'm just still processing this. Rangchu, the person that had a pretty strong showing, just lost once, and man, oh man, Pekos just flipping everything on its head. Rangchu's out. He's out. The narrative
incredible.
is gone. There's still LCQ. There's still LCQ, but look at that.
Let's look at it. Let's look at it here. The 2 players in the lead. Well, it's Pekos in the lead, right? Then you have Obake and Rangchu tied at 1 point.
Yes.
And oh, wait a second.
Okay,
We're waiting. It's not completely updated, chat. Is it updated now? I saw something change.
I think we're gonna wait for the go for it. You're
regardless, though, we see Pekos there with 2 points, right? So he's in the lead in terms of points. So he's number 1. Number 2, though, is gonna be either Rangchu or Obake. They're tied in points, 1-1. But when you look at the head-to-head between them, Obake got it done against Rangchu. So if my understanding is correct, I'm pretty sure Obake is the one who makes it through here, and Rangchu is out. So
there
it is.
Yes,
there are the trophies. Pekos out on the winner side of the bracket. Obake out on the second side, on the loser side. Rangchu eliminated out of here because he's tied in points, but he lost the head-to-head to Obake.
And not just, he lost in dominant fashion. Obake getting a 2-0 that did negate him some points to make it there. But guys, this is insane. Obake and Pekos move on to the top 4. I mean, it might be the day of the dogs here. Obake, I mean, it's hard to say underdog, but
dude,
you were saying.
If you look at this table, though, right, the reason Rangchu didn't make it, you look at his overall scores, right? If he didn't have that one there with B-Kun, that very first game he lost, if he didn't lose that one game, he would have been tied with Pekos here, and we've got 2 points over Obake anyway. So that one game, the first game we had here in this group, where he lost 3 rounds straight to B-Kun, that's what costs him his spot here.
And that's brutal because you can't say the same, right, for everyone, because he was the closest to actually make it, and he tied with Obake. You could say the same for him, but since Rangchu had the short end of the stick there, Rangchu is the one that is out. So, my goodness. Obake and Pekos, big round of applause for them.
Man, oh man, that was incredible. What a group. That was a great way to kick off the TWT Japan regional finals here. That was just the first group, guys. That was just Group A. We still got an entire group coming for you guys. We still got Group B on its way. And that one also going to be very, very interesting, I think.
Yeah, and you guys got to stay up to date because it can